Hey, Ken from Metal Medic here. I made a quick impromptu video going through all the tools that I had made for my job at Mitsubishi or DSM Motors at the time in 1980, 89 in that area. And some of you guys said, hey, I want a little closer look at that thing. So maybe we'll come up with a new segment to go along with the What's Up Wednesday. Maybe we can do This Old Tool Tuesday, not to be confused with This Old Fool. This old tool. Okay, now we got that straight. Let me show you a few things. Well, my background was I started in a restoration shop in 1984, right out of graduating high school. Did a lot of pick and filing and hammer and dolly work, all that stuff. And that's kind of how I learned metal finishing and metal shaping and bodywork and stuff like that. And I just happened to fill out a job for Mitsubishi when they were starting to take applications, when they were building the plant in Bloomington. I actually went to job services and filled out a really, really, really nice application for Caterpillar. That's just where people went around here in Central Illinois, and kind of halfway filled out a application for this Diamond Star motor things, whatever. But it grabbed their attention because I was a metal worker and that's what they needed. So they interviewed me and hired me on the spot, and the rest went from there. So when we got there, none of us, this was 1988, 89, none of us knew about PDR. I mean, I'm sure it was around, the internet wasn't that big, and most of these tools are meant for metal finishing first. You learn how to do metal finishing, then you move down to the end of the line to do what they call paintless dent repair. We just called it final repair. Final repair meant the paint was on the car and you repaired the dent. So PDR, paintless dent repair, no one really heard of that. But so in the meantime, they said, make your own tools. And we're like, how do we make our own tools? And they just sent us down to a workshop called Kaizen, which means continually improvement. And you just went and picked and threw all the pieces of scrap metal and flat bar and stuff. And man, when you're cruising through the town, the plant, if you've seen a piece of metal, scrap metal, a rod, flat bar, man, you grabbed it. You can make a tool out of that. So anyways, we had to make our own tool. So we'll pull a few of these out and do several things on it. But probably one of my favorite tools I ever made, and probably will continue to recreate it, this is what we called a jap hammer. Okay, that is totally incorrect right now, but that's what we called it. It was a hammerhead. Like I said, most of this was for metal finishing. You had a blunt tip and a sharp tip, and we welded on a piece of, I don't even know where we got this, but a flexible handle or a pick on there. We had several different versions because when you're running through the plant fixing dents, you can't push a whole cart, so we would just put this through our belt loop, have a couple picks and a knockdown, and you just go fix the dents wherever they need. So this is called a jap hammer, and I may bring this back. Basically it's a hammer with a bendable Johnson on it, and that's one of the first tools that I made in Mitsubishi or Diamond Star motor at the time. So we can go through this more. Maybe make a series, see how you guys respond, and we can go through this whole box of tools here and explain to you how we made them and what they're for. So if you like that, let me know. See ya.